To your news at noon. These are the top stories we are tracking. Financial analyst Floyd Haynes says oil companies should be penalized for failing to meet local content obligations. 10 Haitians found in Berbice hotel. Government believes they are victims of trafficking. Accused chain snatcher beaten after being set free by magistrate, and woman dies in car crash days before 40th birthday. Meanwhile, drunken man beats neighbor for her birthday, and Harman called out for reckless claims about fake COVID-19 vaccines. Meanwhile, GCCI calls Harman's statement unwarranted and reckless. Stay tuned to stay informed. And now for the news in detail. Financial analyst Floyd Haynes is of the firm conviction that oil companies should face punitive measures for failing to meet local content obligations. The Certified Public Accountant, or CPA, expressed this viewpoint Tuesday. He provided his perspectives on the importance of local content and the role government, oil companies, and citizenry must play to be successful on this front. Haynes explained that he sees local content as a triangle or a three-legged stool, where one leg speaks to the role of the government in enacting the relevant policies and legislation, along with systems to measure performance by oil companies. He said that the second leg would refer to the operator or oil companies and their role in information dissemination and making people aware of what is available. In other news, opposition leader Joseph Harman was yesterday called out for his claims of possible fake COVID-19 vaccines after he sought to lambast the PPPC government over their acquisition of doses of the Russian-made Sputnik V vaccine to prevent the spread of the deadly COVID-19 in Guyana. He had also urged for a hold to be put on vaccines despite being fully immunized himself. Harman called into question the use of the vaccine on the basis that it was not approved by the World Health Organization and called for a halt in the use of the Sputnik V in the public immunization process. His claims have been called into question by citizens and President Irfanali, who called him out for his irresponsible and reckless claims. Meanwhile, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or the GCCI, yesterday in a press release called a statement regarding fake vaccines made by Joseph Harman unwarranted and reckless. The GCCI stated that it remains supportive of the government of Guyana vaccination drive and noted it would like to take the opportunity to encourage all Guyanese to go out and be vaccinated at the centers that were set up by the government. It was also mentioned that the GCCI would like to put on public record that it not only finds the statements regarding fake vaccines made by Harman unwarranted, but also not based on fact, especially in light of the current public health situation in Guyana. The GCCI statement further noted the concern regarding the recent posturing by the chairman of CARICOM, Dr. Kaieteur Radio, who implied that the vaccines that are being given to Guyanese are unsafe. And now let's tell you, according to a statement released from the Office of the Attorney General, the Haitians discovered in a hotel by police ranks around 10 hours 30. We were told last evening that arrangements were being made to transport the suspected trafficking victims from Berbice to Georgetown, where they will be kept in custody of the Ministry of Human Services and Social Protection. The government stated that the Haitians, 5 males and 5 females, are claiming to be juveniles. One of them, who spoke English, reportedly told the cops that they were brought from Suriname by a speedboat and left at the hotel since Monday, June 14th. Sources close to the investigation said that some of them looked older than 18, but because they are not in possession of any documents, investigators are unable to correctly verify their ages. You are tuned into Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. This is your news at noon. We will return after the break.
Citizens are being reminded to continue observing the COVID-19 guidelines by practicing social distancing good hand hygiene, wearing a mask when out in public, and reporting promptly any illness to your nearest health facility. If you or your family member experiences any fever, coughing, vomiting, diarrhea, skin rash, cuts, sticks, bruises, or other conditions, seek medical attention immediately. The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation and other outpatient departments in the respective areas are fully operational and equipped to provide adequate care. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health on 223-9705 or 223-9713.
The COVID-19 vaccine gives us hope for a healthier tomorrow. Have you received your shot yet? The Regional Health Services in Region 2 invite you to get vaxxed and get a chance to receive a COVAX hamper. A what? A COVAX hamper. When vaccinated, you will receive a coupon, and drawings will be done weekly at the Suddy Health Center and broadcast live on the Regional Health Services Facebook page on Sundays. Get vaccinated and get a chance to be one of 4 lucky winners of a COVAX hamper. Pomeroon Supernam, fighting COVID-19 for a safer region and safer Guyana.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. A cell phone recorded video that surfaced on Facebook yesterday depicted the beating of an accused gold chain snatcher mere minutes after he was freed by a magistrate at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. According to information, the person seen beating the man in the video is a woman who had accused him of snatching her gold chain and her son. The woman had lodged a report against the man, and he was arrested, locked up, and later charged with the offense. We understand that the man had spent some time in prison on remand, but his case was dismissed recently due to the lack of evidence. It was further related that he is a known offender who had also faced similar charges in the past. Meanwhile, the secretary of the Baramita Village Council, who had plans of celebrating her 40th birthday yesterday, was killed tragically in a vehicular accident on Wednesday afternoon. The accident, which claimed the life of Winnie Sobers Paul of Central Baramita Village, Region 1, occurred sometime around 17:30 on the Baramita Main Access Road. Sobers was at the time traveling in a minibus along with 4 others, one of whom was her father, Christopher James, when the accident occurred. We were told that the bus was heading back to Baramita Village from Matthews Ridge when it developed mechanical difficulties, which caused the accident to occur. In other news, a night of celebration turned violent for Kenisha Shusaran, who was beaten about her back with a cutlass by one of her neighbors during her 30th birthday party. The mother of 3 said yesterday that on June 15th, around 22:30, at her Rahamans Park residence, her neighbor, who she identified as Leon Welcome, came from behind her and lashed her across her back. The woman said on the same day she and her husband had invited just a few friends for the celebration. The neighbor and his wife were among the invited guests. Shusaran alleged that Welcome came near them and whispered something in his wife's ears, then left. Moments after that, he came from an unknown direction with his cutlass and lashed her across her back, then escaped in the direction from which he came. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. And now we head over to our COVID-19 update. According to Worldometer, number of cases in Guyana has reached 18,733, with 441 deaths and total recovery cases at 16,640. The country currently has 1,652 active cases, with 22 critical. And at this point, before we wrap up the news at noon, let's head over to the page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated to being blunt. When a politician finds it's fit to distort information for his own selfish endeavors, that politician should not be trusted in any aspect of nation building. We, the citizens of this dear land, must denounce the reckless behavior of any such politician and to make it clear that we will not sit idly by and be deceived to the point of unwarranted rage. Guyana needs responsible and visionary leaders, not deceivers spreading fictitious tales. And with that, we've come to the end of today's News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's Newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.